Hi, this is part one of learning Angels Through the Night. This is a classic folk song and it will definitely help with your anxiety because it has a simple harmony and it repeats a lot. It's also a lullaby, and lullabies have been shown to calm people down. And to tell us more about that, Sharda Anandan can give us more information. Along with the song itself, deep breathing will especially help with calming your anxiety. Like I said in past videos, especially in the breathing techniques one, using our diaphragm to breathe will be super helpful because you can really get your air flowing and get the circulation moving, which will calm you down. Your diaphragm, as we discussed, is about right here underneath your rib cage, and as you breathe in and out, it'll expand and contract every time you do. It's particularly helpful for deep breathing because it can take in more air rather than your shoulders. So if I was breathing with my shoulders, it would look something like this. But if I'm breathing with my diaphragm, my shoulders don't move and it would look something like this. So again, my shoulders didn't move. Then we also discussed placement in the vocal techniques video. And placement is just kind of having the your whole mouth open. And again, we talked about the Oreo metaphor, so you can do that again this time. So we have an Oreo that's vertically shaped in the back of our mouth, and it'll look something like this. So our soft palate in the back is raised, and we sound completely different than how we would normally sing or a pop singer because of the placement that we have in our mouths. This song can be difficult for some people because it does have a few changes here and there throughout the verses, but you should just keep trying to get the hang of it, and once you get the hang of the melody, you will be set for the words and everything. Remember, you might not sound like me, but that's okay. You don't have to. You're just trying to learn a new tool to put into your mental toolbox and use it whenever you are feeling anxious. For this song, it might be a little bit higher, so you can always sing it an octave down, and guys can always sing it an octave down or 2 octaves down, however it feels comfortable in your voice. If you want to change parts of it, that's totally fine too. If you want to cut it a little bit short, that's cool. However you want to do it, that's perfectly okay. So going into the first part of this, the first couple of lines are pretty easy and they sound exactly alike. So I will just sing the first line on La, and then you can join in and we'll sing it on La like maybe 2 times, and then we'll try for words. So I will start. La 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 la. So you can try it with me and just follow along. You know, once you kind of do it a couple times, you'll really get the hang of it, and then we can put in words. La 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 la. Okay, great. So let's try it again. And this time, just really try to get the sound into your head and just do it a couple of times more if you need it after this. La 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 la. Okay, so let's try it one more time and then we can put words to it. La 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 la. Okay, great. So the first 2 lines are exactly like that, and we'll start off with just the words of the first line and then we'll go on to the next. So I will sing the first part and then I'll sing it again, and you can try it when I sing it the second time. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. So try it with me. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. And we can try that one more time just so you have the melody down. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. The second part is exactly the same. You just have a few different words, but you have the same all through the night part at the end of it. So I'll try it and then you can try it with me. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. So hopefully you got it because it was just a couple of word changes. So remember the first one goes, sleep my child and peace attend thee all through the night. And then the second one goes, guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Now we can try and put them together because they are pretty simple and this is only the first part. I will try it first and then you can say it with me. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. So for the breathing, what we're going to do is sleep, my child, and peace attend thee, breathe all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee, breathe all through the night. So it's just kind of separating the first part and then all through the night by breath. I'll say break every time we should breathe. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee, break all through the night, break. Guardian angels, God will send thee, break all through the night. Okay, great. So we got the first part, and if you still need some help on it, just go back through the video and kind of run through it a couple times. If you're set to move on or you kind of know this part already, then perfect, we can move on. The next part might be a little bit hard on some people's range, especially if you're singing at the same pitch as me. First, this is a completely different part, so I will try it on La and then you can try it with me. Okay, so that was maybe a lot to take in, but I will break it up. So now you can do it with me, and I will break up each part. La, 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 la. So sing it back. La, 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 la. Now we can move on to the next part. La, 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 la. So hopefully you got that, but let's just run through it again. And if you didn't, just go back and just kind of pause the video each time and try and make sure that you're singing the same thing that I am. Let's try it one more time, just make sure it's really in there and we definitely know the melody for it. And now we can put words to it. So I'll sing the first part and then I'll sing it again and you can sing it with me. Soft the drowsy, soft the drowsy, hours are creeping, hours are creeping, ill and villain, slumber sleeping, ill and villain, slumber sleeping. So we'll run through it once more, and the same thing, I will sing the first part and you can sing the next part. And if you think you got it, you can sing the first part that I sing and the second part. That way you really solidify it into your memory. Soft the drowsy, soft the drowsy, hours are creeping, hours are creeping, ill and villain, slumber sleeping, ill and villain, slumber sleeping. So let's put the first part and the part we just did together. So I will sing it all the way through and you can just sing it on top of me. And then if you don't really know it or it's kind of a little bit wrong, then you can go back further, or you can just kind of keep going over it and over it using this part right now. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Soft the drowsy, hours are creeping, ill and villain, slumber sleeping. And that is the first half of the first part completely done. With the part that we just learned, it's going to be pretty much the same breathing as when we took breaks or when I split apart the whole section, but our breathing will be soft the drowsy, breathe, hours are creeping, breathe, hill and vale, breathe, in slumber, sleeping, breathe. So let's try the whole thing and remember to breathe each time, and I will say break every time that we need to breathe. And remember, it's really important to use your diaphragm. If you need to, place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your side or on your back. That way when you breathe, you really feel your diaphragm moving. If you don't feel anything, then chances are you're probably not using your diaphragm fully. But it's pretty much just like moving your stomach every time you breathe rather than your shoulders. So again, place one hand on your stomach and one hand on your side. And this time I will say break every time we should breathe, and we'll run through whatever we've just learned. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee. Breathe all through the night. Breathe. Guardian angels, God will send thee. Breathe all through the night. Breathe. Soft the drowsy, breathe. Hours are creeping. Breathe. Hill and villain, breathe. Slumber sleeping. So great, you just made it through, and remember to go over that once more so that you really know when to breathe and you're not just kind of taking breaths whenever you need to. If you can't make it all the way through in some of those places, use a breath whenever you need to, just as long as you're using your diaphragm and you're not letting out air super fast. That's perfectly okay. The next part is pretty similar to the first two lines. It's just different words, but then it's all through the night again. So it'll go, God is loving, vigil keeping, breathe all through the night. So I'll sing it and then you can sing it with me since you already know the beginning part. We don't need to do laws or anything. God is loving, vigil keeping all through the night. And the same breath right in between God is loving, vigil keeping, breathe all through the night. So great job. And let's try the whole thing once more. And then you can go on to part 2 for the rest of it. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send thee all through the night. Soft the drowsy hours are creeping in and well in slumber sleeping. God is loving, vigil keeping all through the night. So great job. Hopefully you learned the first part, and next time we will be doing the middle part, and then in the third video we will be doing the last part and put it all together. So great job, and hopefully you will go on to the next videos. So thank you.